Okay, so now we move into the keyword and topic research. And so why am I calling this keyword and topic research? It's because keywords don't really mean as much as they used to. As Google's algorithm becomes increasingly reliant on AI and machine learning, the keywords matter less and less because the algorithm better understands the nuances of human language and how certain words relate to certain topics. So really being able to think beyond just keywords is really important as Google's algorithm continues down this path of machine learning and artificial intelligence. So in this section, we're going to use the example of a pet store that sells items related to dogs and puppies. Super fun example. So SEMrush has great tools that can help you delve a little bit more into kind of the topic side of things and what questions are people typing into the search results. So in this example here, you can see I just typed in puppies because I don't even know what I want to write about. I just want to see what else is out there related to puppies. So I can see the top headlines by backlinks. So, which pages are earning links from other sites. I can also see top questions that people type into the search results and questions that popular content across the web are answering. And these will give us some ideas to different topics that we can discuss. So all that being said, the keyword research piece is still important here. We want to make sure that we understand the search volume and difficulty of ranking for the terms that we want to show up for. So I'm going to dive a little bit more into how to conduct that keyword research. So the first step is to check what keywords you're actually ranking for. This example here is Hawk SEM's Google Search Console profile. We can see, some of the terms that we're ranking for. And why we want to start here is because you don't want to try and focus on a keyword that you're already ranking for. You have a piece of content that's doing okay. Maybe it's not on page 1, but it's ranking somewhere and it's relevant to the term that you're targeting. We don't want to cannibalize ourselves. We'll get into some recommendations a little bit later as to how to improve your existing content for keywords that you might sort of be ranking for. But in this step, we're just looking at, where's my keyword gap? Where am I missing opportunities? And, how can I fill those gaps? So this is a great first step. You can see I've highlighted here. You can export this right into a spreadsheet and make sure that, you can manipulate the data however it makes sense to look at it for you. So this is a great first step. And then you can use tools like Moz, Ahrefs, and SEMrush to check for related keywords, volume, and difficulty of terms that you discovered in the last step that you're not ranking anywhere for. So generally speaking, and you can kind of see this playing here, the higher volume a term is, the more difficult it's going to be to rank for it, because that means it's probably a lot more competitive. There's probably a lot more websites trying to rank for these types of terms. So again, this is where the actual keyword research piece becomes really important, because obviously, it'd be great to rank for puppies for adoption when it has so much search volume, or puppies for sale near me would also be obviously great if you're this pet store, but it's probably going to be pretty difficult just given the amount of volume and the amount of other sites that are targeting that same keyword. So we figured out what topics we want to go after, what keywords we want to go after. The next step is to actually go to Google itself. Sometimes that's just the best source of information. This can kind of show you what other keywords and questions Google is associating with your key terms, which can be a really good indicator of what other types of things people are searching for when they're searching for puppies. So we can see in this example, the people also ask box, what are some of the most common questions? What is the cutest puppy? I can definitely see that being a really popular one, or why puppies are the best pet. Those types of things are really common questions that people are asking related to this topic. Same thing with the related searches. So you can see here, Golden Retriever, Teacup, German Shepherd, and Husky puppies are some of the most popular searched dog breeds. So there may be some opportunities there, for this pet store, and we sell food or, other things specifically related to these breeds, or maybe we do adoption clinics for these breeds. It's really important to have that background there. The next step here is to actually look at what your competitors are doing, especially in this case. I used PetSmart as the example here. Obviously a huge national brand. Everybody's heard of PetSmart. If you have a pet, even if you haven't, you've probably heard of PetSmart. So this step can give you some ideas into what your competitors are focusing on and what their content actually looks like around these topics. So you can see in the far right here, the URLs, they have lots of different types of content around puppies. And so this can kind of give us an idea of what they're focused on. And I'd encourage you to read through some of these pages and see if you can identify kind of common themes or patterns. And this will help you as you start to develop your content as well. And I'd repeat this process for each of the topics you want to write on, even if it's maybe not a direct competitor, but it's somebody who's going to be going after similar terms or writing similar content or even has a similar target audience. Those types of things can all help you kind of generate ideas. Whoops. Whoops, what's going on? Okay, so now we're going to go back to Google. We've decided we want to write about what is the cutest puppy. And so now, instead of looking at, the people also ask or the related searches, we want to actually look at what pages are ranking within those 10 blue links, the actual top organic results. And again, you can kind of click through these yourself and see what these websites are writing about, what related topics are they using? Are they also talking about, vaccine schedules or, what's the best food or other things, maybe not directly related to this topic, but are kind of tangential and related, even if it's not, direct correlation. So actually clicking through and reading these pages as well can be a really helpful exercise.